are you? Charlie Allred here with The Healthy Diabetic, and I am here to talk about healthy meals, how to make your meals healthier and more diabetic friendly, really. Because there's no reason that just because you're diabetic, you should be deprived of good tasting food. Now, that does not mean I think anybody should go out and eat donuts and other things. Of course, I'm a proponent of keeping your sugar levels low, which means eating a low carb diet regularly to keep those sugars nice and low. But what are you planning to make for dinner tonight? If people want to start commenting, I may be able to look at the comments. I'm still getting used to this whole Facebook Live thing, but I'm working on it, we'll say that. So I am making chili tonight. That's what I'm making. It's cold here. I live in Arizona, and I say cold. It's cold for about a week, and it's been about 50 degrees, which is cold for us. And so chili seems like a good option. The other thing is that I have some veggies that I need to get used up. First thing is that I use a lean meat. So instead of using ground beef, which is typical in most chilies, I'm gonna use a lean ground turkey. So I use the 93% to 7% fat. So it's super lean. I brown that up using avocado oil. And one of the things I do with the avocado oil is instead of just pouring it into the pan like I used to, I just got an oil mister. And I think that's gonna be my fave product of the week tomorrow on Fave Friday. This oil mister is so great. You use less oil, so that's good on the pocketbook, of course. But also we're eating less oil that way, and there's less oil in our food, so I'm pretty happy about that. So I'm gonna start with the ground turkey, like I said, the lean ground turkey, and then I'm gonna brown that, set it aside, and then in my big pot, I'm gonna start putting in as many veggies as I possibly can. So what am I gonna start with? Well, I'm gonna start with this celery. It's a little limp, as you can tell. It's from my last week's grocery trip, but it's still good. It's going in a soup, basically, so it will serve the purpose and it won't go to waste. Next, I'm gonna add some peppers. I have a yellow pepper and a red pepper, and I'm gonna chop those up, throw those in, get those sauteing and get them nice and soft. I have more than one tomato, but I have some tomatoes. This one's about to be done too. So again, I'm getting rid of a lot of our foods that would otherwise go to waste. I also have some little cherry tomatoes that I'll probably throw in there. And then last, I'm gonna throw in some zucchini. I have a couple of these. And zucchini is not something you generally would think about adding to chili, I'm sure, but I'm always thinking about how many veggies I can add to my food, whatever the food is. What veggies can I add that maybe either people won't notice or it'll get everyone to eat a few more veggies? So this week my dad was in the hospital with actually some diabetic heart complications, and he does not keep his sugars probably as low as he could, but since he's been there, I've been making some extra healthy special foods and trying to get him and my mom to realize that they don't have to eat so many carbs and that just adding a few more veggies, they'll be just as full. So it's a process, of course. But point being, they generally would never eat zucchini, and you know what? It's gonna be in chili, so they're gonna happily eat it because it's in there. It'll taste like the chili, it'll be delicious. I'm also going to throw in there some kale from my garden, and my parents would never eat kale. And actually one of my daughters would probably never eat kale either. But I'm gonna chop it up really small, and it's just gonna be like a wilted green. No one will know, and they're getting a lot of vitamins and nutrients with that kale, right? So what else am I adding? I am adding a can of diced tomatoes, low sodium, and they have green chilies in that can too, I think. And then I'm gonna add a low sodium broth, whether it's vegetable or chicken or whatever I have, that's what I'll add. And I think that'll probably do it. Oh, some spices. I'm gonna add some chili powder and some garlic powder and some onion powder. And I have some green onions, fresh ones to add as well in the beginning. But basically, I'm just gonna cook that up, a big pot of lean protein with really more veggies than any chili would need. If I wanted to add some carbs, I could add some beans, but I'm not planning on doing it. I'm making it low carb, and everyone will be really full on veggies and protein, so I think it'll be a really great dinner. I may add some fat bread pizza dough, make it as like breadsticks basically, and again, another super low carb option. So I hope that your dinner is really delicious. We have tons of good recipes on our blog, healthydiabetic.us, and then on the blog too, the other thing we have on there is the 11 diabetic friendly snacks. Now, just because you're diabetic doesn't mean that you should be hungry. So it's a whole list of grab and go snacks that are high protein, really good for you, and it'll keep you full, because that's the goal, is being full, feeling good, eating good foods, keeping those sugars low, and really avoiding all those diabetic complications. I know that's my whole goal in life, is just avoiding all the complications. So I hope this is helping you. Check out the recipes. I am Charlie Allred. This is the Healthy Diabetic, and here's to living your healthiest. Bye, guys.